Wounded minnow. Starting out, I'm using a size 4 3366 mustad hook with a like an 1/8 inch or a little bit bigger bead on it. It helps make the body better. And then we'll have take two hackles. These are rooster hackles, and we're going to make a tail. So a tail maybe about the length of the body or a little bit longer, and cut away some of the. Let's stick this on here. Sometimes they don't want to go on straight. If you have too much, it's okay just to cut them down to about what you need. I'm going to peel off some of the hackle just to make it easier. Okay, then let's stick that there. If you hold it really tight, you can keep it from twisting. Go down, pinch move. There we go. Get the tail. And we're going to. It's actually very simple materials. You have two hackles, and then we're going to put some deer hair on. And you want to get a fairly big pinch of deer hair, maybe more than a pencil width. I use I've got a pair of scissors I kind of designate for deer hair, so that it doesn't damage the scissors, because cutting deer hair will make it difficult for your scissors. Okay, then you need some kind of a brush to brush out the under fur from the deer hair, because we want to stack it in a hair stacker and get the ends about the same. So to do that, you have to clean the deer hair first. Okay, that's fairly clean. They need a hair stacker like this. So we're just going to stick the hair in like that, and then if you tap it down, it can get it pretty even. You can punch a little bit. Okay, then we're going to carefully take the deer hair out of the stacker, and then we want to tie this in, and so it's got to go forward and then come back. So you want to judge about how much, and then if you kind of take this and wrap it just a little bit around the hook shank there, and then put some good strong wraps on it, and then okay, and then we need to trim the back end here, the hair sticking out the back. Okay, and then you can come back here with your thread and kind of tie everything down a little bit. Okay, then from here we need to take the thread up to the front. You may have to draw this back just a little bit, and right up to the front, just behind the eye of the hook. And then you want to take the deer hair, everything forward like that, and then see where the hook is here. Okay, around a couple times. Okay, so what you're doing, you're building up kind of the body underneath it, and you can kind of trim off the excess here again. Okay, and then you're going to go back behind where the bead was again, and now we want to take the hair back this way, and it's nice to have a that special tool. Here we go. You don't really need a special tool. You can even use a empty pin case, but you want something that just barely fits over the top. Maybe this one. Oh, maybe that one's too. Maybe I don't need it quite. So you want to take this back and get everything going back as much as possible, so we can tie it behind, and then we're going to do quite a few wraps here. You want a really strong red neck. This kind of represents the gills. So I'll do maybe about 20 turns, something like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, like a whip finish on it. You can use a whip finish tool. 3, 4. There you go. Then you've got your basic fly, but then there's always a bunch of some hairs sticking out. So I like to, if you take a pair of tweezers, you can get in there and tweezer them out. Which will make it easier when we put the, not using head cement. On this one I've been using, you can use Sally Hansen's Hard as Nails, or I'll use the like Solarez. It's a resin that responds to a UV light. Makes it a little bit easier. Okay, that's pretty good. And then let me grab my UV light and resin. And there's several different kinds of resin. I'm just using thin hard here, but you could probably use one that's not so hard. But like you found out, if you, so first of all, I'm just going to do the thread neck here, or gills. Let's just get that down solid first, and we'll take our UV light and Okay, then we're going to take this and it's best to kind of start it in front and then flow it to the back. And then we get a little bit on that thread up there too to protect that. I'm putting quite a pretty good amount on here. Maybe, I think the original recipe from maybe 50 years ago, 40 years ago by Everett Drake, he used, I think he called it Plyo Bond. It was something you could get at the hardware store at that time. I think it's maybe still available. So go around once to just get some on there, and then the second time around you want to go and you want to just kind of smooth it out, just distribute the and I don't know, I've got some hairs sticking out and things. You can try to clean it up really good, but also you realize after a while in fly fishing that the fish aren't looking for pretty flies. Sometimes they're looking more for something that looks a little bit wounded and in trouble. Then it's an easier prey for them. Okay, so I'm going to hit this with the Solar-Res with the UV light, which will harden it and give you a nice hard finish. And you can do another coat of the UV light, or you could also even put Sally Hansen's Hard as Nails or some other lacquer over the top of it for the second coat. But that's your basic wounded minnow, and hopefully that helps, and good luck with it.